September 10th, 2025, Utah Valley University, Orem, Utah. A quiet campus day turned into a nightmare. At 7:41 p.m., a single rifle shot cracked through the auditorium. Conservative activist Charlie Kirk, founder of Turning Point USA, collapsed on stage mid-speech. Students screamed, chairs overturned, and panic swallowed the room. Within hours, the suspect's name was everywhere: Tyler James Robinson, just 22 years old. But who was he, and why did this happen? Stay with us, because what investigators uncovered goes far beyond one gunshot. This story is about politics, family, identity, betrayal, and the blurred line between love and loyalty. And before we dive deeper, if you want carefully sourced reporting that cuts through rumor and speculation, subscribe to Raw Reality. Don't just watch, be part of the investigation. Tyler Robinson grew up in St. George, Utah, in what friends described as a deeply conservative, church-centered household. His parents voted Republican, watched Fox News, and raised their son with those same values. For most of his teenage years, Tyler seemed to follow the script: football, trade school, weekends with family. On paper, he looked ordinary, but people closest to him say cracks began to appear around the time he turned 20. He started questioning family traditions. He began posting online about LGBTQ rights, defending transgender people, and criticizing political figures once admired at home. His mother noticed first. In her words, he was leaning more to the left. Then came the relationship. Tyler moved into an apartment with a roommate, someone who later became his romantic partner. That partner was transgender. Friends say the relationship was supportive, but at home it created tension. His parents didn't understand. To them, Tyler was slipping away. Investigators would later find hundreds of text messages between Tyler and his partner, some full of love, others boiling with anger. Messages prosecutors argue show frustration with political leaders, including Charlie Kirk. Digital forensics revealed Tyler spent long hours in online forums where meme culture blurred with politics. Investigators said he saved screenshots of speeches, downloaded articles on transgender rights, and even shared posts calling Kirk dangerous. A note found in his room, described in court filings, hinted at turmoil, a mix of political grievances and personal anguish. One chilling line read, "Words can wound worse than bullets. Maybe they deserve both." On September 10th, students filled the university auditorium to hear Charlie Kirk. Security was light, metal detectors weren't in use that night. Witnesses later told police they saw a young man carrying what looked like a rifle case through side doors. At 7:41 p.m., the shot rang out. Kirk fell instantly. Chaos erupted. Students hid under chairs. Others rushed for the exits. In those minutes, surveillance cameras caught grainy images of a man leaving the building. Those photos spread online almost immediately. It was Tyler's parents who recognized him, and in a decision that has haunted them since, they persuaded him to surrender. On September 11th, Tyler Robinson turned himself in. The case prosecutors are building rests on 3 pillars: physical evidence, digital evidence, and witness testimony. Physical evidence: a bolt-action rifle recovered during a search, shell casings matched. Forensic teams found fingerprints and gunshot residue on Tyler's belongings. Digital evidence: texts, online posts, and saved files prosecutors say establish motive and intent. Investigators claim Tyler researched firearm ballistics weeks before the shooting. Witness testimony: his mother's account of his political shift, his partner's cooperation with investigators, friends describing changes in his behavior. Each piece may seem small, but together, prosecutors say, they form a picture of premeditation. This case isn't just about evidence, it's about people forced to choose between silence and truth. Tyler's partner, who is transgender, handed investigators private messages. Some call that courageous, others call it betrayal. Tyler's mother, who told police about her son's changes, has faced backlash. Did she protect the public or condemn her own child? These are gut-wrenching choices. What does loyalty mean when silence could make you complicit? What does love mean when honesty may destroy someone you care about? The killing of Charlie Kirk sent shockwaves across the country. Conservatives called it proof that political violence was now a clear and present danger. Commentators demanded harsh punishment, some even calling for federal terrorism charges. Progressives condemned the act, but also pointed to the hostile climate surrounding transgender people, saying rhetoric can push vulnerable minds toward desperate acts. On social media, chaos reigned. Memes, conspiracy theories, and misinformation spread faster than verified facts. Photos of evidence were shared without context, fueling confusion. This case has become more than a crime. It's a battleground for America's divisions. Tyler Robinson faces charges including first-degree murder, use of a firearm in the commission of a felony, and possible aggravating circumstances because minors were present in the audience. Prosecutors have already hinted at seeking the maximum penalty. His defense? Early filings suggest they may argue mental health issues, social isolation, and family conflict contributed to his actions. They may also challenge whether the shooting was truly premeditated or the product of a breakdown. Trials like this move slowly. Evidence will be tested, witnesses cross-examined, and narratives torn apart. What prosecutors say now may not hold under scrutiny. For now, Tyler Robinson is the accused killer of Charlie Kirk. But this case is bigger than one man. It raises questions about how identity, politics, and online subcultures collide, about how families fracture when beliefs change, and about whether words can push someone from discontent into violence. The courtroom will eventually deliver a verdict. But society has to answer harder questions. How do we disagree without destroying each other? How do we recognize warning signs before it's too late? And can loyalty and love survive when truth itself is on trial? This story is not over. New evidence may emerge, narratives may shift, and lives already shattered will never return to what they once were. If you want verified updates, not rumor or speculation, subscribe to Raw Reality. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next chapter of this unfolding case. Because the search for truth is far from finished.